All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome. We're playing more standard deep cuts from the Spotlight series in Atlanta, and this deck came in 108th place, which of course doesn't sound like much till you realize it was a 1,500 person tournament. So, you know, inside the top 10% made day two, and it's a pretty awesome graveyard deck. It honestly looks a lot like the Golgari graveyard decks that I built with Beanstalk, but playing blue instead. This is a full-on graveyard deck. I think that as you saw with our last deck, which is an analyst deck. There was definitely a lack of graveyard hate in Atlanta. It was a really good time to play a graveyard deck. And this deck obviously is that. So what are we doing here? We're just putting creatures in the graveyard and then casting Hollow Marauder, Writhing Necromass, and Hulkburster Swarm for their cost. They all have affinity for creatures in your graveyard. And there's a lot of good ways to put things in the graveyard here. Overlord of the Bellmark being the best one by far. Really, really great card. And we got Vermins. We got Fester Leech. I believe I call this card my sleeper card for black in Murders of Karlov Manor. Hasn't seen play yet, but I think it's a pretty powerful card, honestly. You know, attacks, mills too, pumps and stuff. And then Somnophage, Souls of a Lost, just things that get really, really big. So a lot of size matters stuff here. And then, of course, Kiora. And then Whale of the Forgotten's a sweet spell too. If you're Descended 8, which this deck should do a lot of the time, you get to bounce a thing, make them discard, and impulse, which is pretty cool. So it's a setup card as well as a payoff card, which is cool. And then other payoff here is Overwhelming Remorse, which is 1 mana to exile a creature or planeswalker, which is cool. So 4 Feed the Swarm in the sideboard to make sure you can take down those rest in pieces for Archaeologists. I guess the block against the aggro decks. But yeah, deck's pretty sweet looking. So we're going to play it and give it a spin. Cool. Brought to you by Ultimate Guard. The best gear out there, folks. If you're playing Magic and paper, you need to protect your cards, right? Unless you're a sicko like me, just play your draft decks unsleeved, because I'm awesome. Get some of the Katana sleeves. All of their deck boxes are just absolutely phenomenal. From the like the hard shell Rook ones to the flip case ones are great too. Some of those ones I use. And just great stuff from Ultimate Guard. Also, phenomenal company for the community as well. Just love being a part of what they're doing, and they're freaking great. Check them out. UltimateGuard.com, wherever Ultimate Guard products are sold near you. All right, on the play. Chat coming out. Maybe got Karn hanging out too. Karn's having a rough time. He messed up his Duke loss. He's in a cone of shame. He's high on painkillers. We're on the play. We do have a Sewers. Try to find land number 2 here. That being said, if we don't find land number 2, this is going to be a pretty bad hand. Yeah, we're trying to mulligan here. I think I'll keep us on 6. I think on 7, just not really worth it. So there's obviously some amount of, A plus B in this deck. This is all the Bs and some lands. This is no enablers and all the payoffs. We do have a Sewers, and we are on 6. So we might just keep this hand. I don't know if we can go to 5. And just try and draw 1 or 2 of our enablers. There are a lot of enablers in the deck, you know? Yeah, I think we're going to keep. I'd mull this on 7, but we're going to keep on 6. Necromass is honestly probably better than Swarm is. The thing about Swarm is that it counts cards in exile too, so like against graveyard hate, it's a lot better. But I think that like on a low resource game, is costing 1 less is better. So, all right. Undercity Sewers. You're my only hope. Save me. River to the bin. So yeah, that's bad. We want to either mill a creature or draw an enabler. It's one or the other. This might be a fast one here. That's okay. That's cool. No problem. I like their sleeves. I like the crow sleeves. Creepy. Creepy sleeves. It is interesting. So we built a version of this deck for 10 New Brews a while back, and we were just playing Beanstalk because these cards are all awesome with Beanstalk. It was a pretty cool deck, but it did, kind of okay. The blue spell is pretty good, Will the Forgotten. And then you get sideboard some counter spells. Actually, no counter spells either. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. You also get the adventure half of the Somnophage, which allows you to mill cards. So it's an enabler and a payoff, which is kind of cool. But hopefully they reef mill us. That'd be cool. Land, Lotus Petal for blue, Dark Ritual, attack with the reef, mill 4 cards. That's what I want to see. Bring it on.
You gotta have mojo, baby. Yeah.
All right, here's Spyglass Siren after playing a land. Thinking a map here too, probably. We get to Kiora, which is big game. This town ain't big enough. Sure. We draw Remorse. All right, so probably discarding 2 Necromancers here. See what we draw. We draw Remorse and Souls of the Lost. Jeez. Yeah, we need permanents in the bin, so discard these. They go. Unfortunately, Souls of the Lost is great against red removal and cut down, and bad against Go for the Throat. I guess they're playing the bounce deck though. They're gonna have well, I guess it's terrible against bounce, right? Oh my god. Because as additional cost, you can just sacrifice a permanent or discard a card. Wow, that's gross. So terrible against bounce, good against the -3/-3. Sure. I'll be at MagicCon Chicago for the Pro Tour. Yes. I'll do deck decks for $10. Yes, $10 deck decks. Get your deck decks here. And of course, YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe, support the content, obviously. Here's Kaido. We can just remorse it, which is fine. Probably gonna tap this, right? So actually, that was awesome for us. We're just gonna kill this, and they didn't do anything. They got no value except for a map. So we'll just kill this. Obviously, not exactly what we want to do with this. You know, I guess for 1, but Karn's on some painkillers, yeah. Karn was gonna go to work, but then he got high. Karn was gonna go walkie-walkie, but then he got high. Karn was gonna play with the ball, but then he got high. All right, map. Go for the Throats on top. That's pretty good. Hi, Karn. I'm making fun of you, yes. All right. Well, this is like the worst possible draw, right? We've just drawn actual every single big thing. Like, we bottom a swarm, drawn 2 swarms, through 2 Necromancers, and a Marauder. They have Go for the Throat on top, which is also unfortunate. I guess we just have to do this, though. We're showing Souls of the Lost discarding a swarm. So, we'll discard a card, discard a swarm. Pretty sad about it, but they'll kill this, and this will cost 3. We're also almost there on Kiora. Kiora's a cool card. Enabler and payoff. Can't ignore it. So 4/5 Descended Souls of the Lost. Here's Floodpits Drowner. That's pretty good too. Yeah. Souls of the Lost is kind of a sketchy Magic card, honestly. It's good against red. I can see, like, maybe the whole point of the Archaeologist on the board is to board out the Souls of... I think that's bad, though, right? Because Archaeologist mills what? It mills 3, and then finds a non-creature card. It's kind of sketchy. It's going to be a 1/4 a lot. I mean, a 1/4 that mills 3 is, like, not that bad in this deck, but Souls seems particularly bad against Go for the Throat, Floodpit Drowner, and this town. So they killed the creature, which is cool. We can just cast Marauder now and make them discard a card, possibly draw. If we didn't discard a card that's big, we draw a card. This is awesome. This card's really good. So, all right, we can Remorse for 1 now. Drowner's gonna eat this thing. I think we just untap. Draw Swamp, sure. So now you can cast Marauder with Swamp.
Deck tech, please, and thank you.
A deck tech? Then why didn't that come through my thing? I don't know who that is. It's like cut off over here. Just nothing's working. It's not on my list. Who was that? Who did that? Here's Hollow Marauder. I don't know why it's not working properly. More things to fix. Alright, so you discard a card, and if it's not big, I draw a card, which is just a banger, obviously. Is it Nurse? I see it, Nurse. There you are. Okay. Alright, ship me a link, please, in chat. Here's a 4/2. We discarded a Fear of Isolation. We draw a card. So we can go Land, Fester Leech, or Remorse. We're going to ship a Fester Leech. Okay. Alright, you're up, friend. Yeah, they have decided not to use Drowner on Souls of the Lost, which is interesting. You're in quite the holding pattern here. This down. All right, so they're gonna this down, bouncing a 1-drop and their Drowner. That's fine. We gonna block with the Marauder? I think we are actually. I think given the option. Like, we got a monster 6/6, another threat, and our removal spell. We're 13. Honestly, for a game where our draw was like so awful. What? Rankles? We're Rankles pranking right now? Each player discards 2. Each player loses 4. Each player sacks 2 creatures. Choose 1 or more. So they chose lose 4, sack 2. We just got pranked. What's going on?
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
All right. I mean, now we just dump our hand. That's pretty cool. So, Barter in Blood. Mill 2. I hit a creature. That sucks. Whatever. Just play everything. All right. Well, here's all my stuff. Behold my stuff. Six is pretty nice. They can obviously Drowner it, but get the old Fester Leech here. Unfortunately, milling cards beyond like having, you know, whatever 9 creatures in their graveyard doesn't really do much for us. But look, if they go land Gix's Command, they deserve it. All right. They draw a land. Okay, I mean, sure, we're gonna attack here. They'll tap the Swarm, we'll attack. Double Drowners on the dollar. All right, sure. That's annoying. I mean, I guess the Vermin holds them back, right? So, sure, so we'll just say go. Hold this for the discard effect. This is an interesting version of his deck. They can obviously sack their Drowners and shuffle my creatures in, which is, like, fine, I guess. Good card. Flip his Drowner. Yeah, man, you're in a cone. I can't help you. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta wear your cone. Alright, so I guess they're just gonna sack the one that I block with. Or shuffle it in, I guess. So I'll shuffle the Swarm in, get it for 2. And we kind of just need to, like, draw a relevant card, basically. Like, see a spell. We're at 7, they're at 16. We have a Remorse for, like, an actual threat. They're going to have Fear of Isolation. Sure. Alright, untap. That's an actual threat. Holy moly, that's a good one. Alright, so, sure. We are going to hardcast Overlord. And return probably this thing, the Marauder. Yeah, Marauder's the best. And so they go. They can attack and flip it, the Overlord, but like, I think it's fine. We Marauder. We almost assuredly draw a card. So they don't have any cards that cost more than 4, so. Opponent is not playing fast. It gives you all the time in the world to leave a nice get well message for Karn in the YouTube comments or in chat. Yeah, Karn. Everyone wants you to get better. If you missed it, I posted some pretty awesome Arena Open runs over the weekend. My Arena Open day ones. My second day one was probably the most entertaining sealed deck video I've ever posted on YouTube. All right, so definitely one you want to go watch if you missed it and you like Arena Open runs.
Yeah.
They have a Kaido here, I guess. It's fine. Just kill the Kaido, so. How long for the Cone of Shame? As long as he keeps licking it. We had it off for a little bit yesterday, but he just kept licking the thing, so we had to put it back on him. Alright, they'll stun here, sure. Souls of a Lost is pretty good too, actually. We're kind of like clowning them right now, actually. We're like basically at capacity now, I think. We have a Monster Souls of a Lost. Which I might not even cast, honestly. Whale the Forgotten. Banger. We just sack a land. And then Remorse the Kaido. We can just attack Kaido, too. Like... Sure. Just attack Kaido. Great. Play this, sack a land.
Next time, I'll win.
And like, you're up, friend. How did this game turn, you know? I guess impending the Overlord is interesting, because then we can just cast a spell immediately. But it does force them to tap it. I don't know. There's value both ways. It's pretty large.
No, that's a lot of damage.
The Day 2 video is it is set for members only because it's a no microphone stream. If you're a Twitch sub, you can watch the VOD on Twitch. So I can't post that on YouTube because it has no talking and then copyrighted music. So all right, we're just gonna attack with everything if they let me, or they won't. So this thing bounces the non-land permanent, discards a card, so we can bounce our Marauder post combat. Yes. Alright, so gonna jam. Like, we are at 4, I guess. We need to be aware of, like, just dying. We have this Remorse, though, so. Alright, so they block the Leech. I'm just, like, not gonna pump, I don't think. I want to Whale, bounce on Marauder, cast it, and have Remorse up, so. Remorse exiles creature or planeswalker. No other caveats. No wonder Karn left. So, return to permanent, target player discards card, look at top 3. This card, when this card is on, it is really good. Like, what in the world is going on? Nice Zerg shirt.
Spawn more Overlords.
Appreciate it. Calculating. Calculating. This town ain't big enough. Bouncing Floodpits Drowner and Gnawing Vermin. That is fine. Oh shit. I screwed up. Okay. Sure. So take damage. Alright, and then whatever. You discard. So do all 3. We're gonna bounce this. Target opponent. Put the Whale in my hand. Cast the Marauder again. This card's gas. Well, that card's really, really good. Draw Dark Slick Shores. We're just going to hold up our Remorse and play a blocker. So, mill 2. And I think we're off to the races, folks. This has been a really, really, like, convincing victory here. Our opening hand was so bad. All right. That's fun. All right. I mean, sure. So, Vermin, they're at 12. I mean, Overlord attacking is just so good, too. I'm not going to bounce this attack. Trigger Overlord. Return another Marauder, probably. Yeah, sure. Give me all the cards. We are dead to a Rankle's Prank, I suppose. I mean, if they have multiple Rankle Prank in their decks, like, cool. This deck died a Gruul? No idea. It's first time we're playing it. It's our first game. There are a lot of big bodies to block with, you know? Alright, so they're going to block there. They got 5. Mill 2 cards. Play a Marauder. They have a card in their hand hiding? They do, yes. Discard a Kaido. Play a Vermin. This is a sorcery. Yeah, I mean, sure. I'm going to mill them in this thing at this point. I'm just going to throw in a deck. So, yeah. I guess it's your turn, my friend. Why not Kiora for the 8/8? Does Kiora matter at this point? Trying to keep drawing cards, right? And removing their cards and drawing cards. All right, so definitely a matchup where Souls of a Lost seems pretty awful. We are soft to Ghost Vacuum. The Swarms can kill Rest in Peace, but Ghost Vacuum is kind of annoying. I think we want to like cut the Souls and bring in the Archaeologists. And then maybe cut like 2 of the big Boom Booms and bring in like maybe some Duresses, maybe a Reef. Bring the extra land. It's 21 lands. Somniphage, Kiora, Overlord's Gas. Like Archaeologist doesn't have like that many hits, but like it just a lot better than Souls of a Lost, I think. His card's just really, really bad against the deck with all bounce spells and go for the throats. So. Fetnuji's in chat. That's pretty cool. The builder of a deck. Congrats on your finish, Fetnuji. How's it going, my friend? Welcome. Everyone say hi to Fetnuji, first time chatter. B. Barry. New sub, welcome. So Fetnuji, you're here. You built the deck. Talk to us. What's the plan with these Archaeologists on the board? That's cool. One of the perks of streaming, obviously. Let's cut a Vermin too. Let's try this. Figure it out. Figure out what we're gonna do. Hopefully our opponent plays a little faster this game. But it's plenty of time for you to, again, like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on christianmingle.com, etc., etc. Okay. We've got Vermin into Archaeologist. They mulligan. We can keep this. Some good mills for a Somniphage. Can't wake up. Bring me down inside. Save me. Yeah, Vacuum is like pretty slow. You know, there's only 1 card per turn. We can mill a lot of cards, so. Down to 6. And they go, no Vacuum. Love to see it. Alright, so we're just gonna rat. Fetnuji, you're a pile driver now. Thanks, Parthen. It's a catchy song. Cut down the Vermin, sure. Great exchange for us, right? We just get to mill 2 cards and put a creature. Mill 3 cards, basically. And for a spell. Alright. Darkslick Shores number 2. I guess we Archaeologist, right? We can try like a rest or something like that. We can do this later. Archaeologist looks up. It actually finds a spell. Oh, yeah. So, we draw Overlord of the Bailmark. They are just not doing anything. If they were to have a counterspell, I don't think that this deck plays counterspell. Probably, at least Overlord here, probably. Just Overlord Sewers. Set up for next turn. Impending the Overlord.
Good lord.
That was the wrong button, but whatever.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Mill over a bunch of creatures. Awesome. Return Hall Marauder. Also awesome. And this costs 2 right now? I mean, you could play Vermin, but like... I guess they could like end step a creature and attack with Kaido. We just do it. They could like end step a Floodpits Drowner and then fire in Kaido. Sure. Let's play around Kaido and play the Vermin. So, mill myself, looking for any creature for 1 mana Marauder. We hit it. Oh yeah, we're cooking, folks. We're cooking right now. We're just doing it all the way. Fantastic. What's the sound of one overlord clapping? That's it. There's the Drowner. Okay. God, we just know what's going on, you know?
Poor predictable Bart.
Got a bead.
Always takes rock.
Beat him in a situation. Know what's up. No Kaido. Alright, so here's talent. We've got talent. Yes, we do. And then more. Fear by selection. Sure. We're going bigger and stronger, I feel like, so draw another whale. So whale can make them discard a card. It can bounce their otter and fill our graveyard. Bouncing our own Marauder's like pretty gas though. Like they discard and we draw is a pretty insane thing to work with. This otter ain't that scary. We got Swarm too though. We just have a lot we want to do here. I'm gonna start with the Marauder. Let's see what we draw. I guess this also looks at 3 cards too, but here's Marauder. We want to cast a Swarm too, right? It's just like freaking huge. Gix's command hits the bin. Okay. We can whale for a land. I'm just gonna whale. We'll just do the whale. Just do all 3. We'll just bounce the otter, make them discard a card, look for a untapped black source for Hulkburster Swarm. Pretty sick value. We're just outvaluing them big time. We find the untapped black source. Cool. Alright. Hulk Smash! Let's go. Sound of Age already an 8/8. They have 2 cards in hand, only 3 mana. This is an impressive. It's been an impressive match. This like seems like it lines up pretty well against these bouncy talent decks. Just 1 mana for a 6/6 Menace Death Touch. NBD. Power creep these days, am I right? Huh? Power creep.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Can't wake up. Come on, opponent. Feel the power of the graveyard. Decks and stuff and things. I'm running out of things to say. Running out of things to do. Gonna stop Kaido here and stop loops. Alright, we draw Hulkburster Swarm. Pretty nice. Feel like my my Swarm's gonna get tapped here. Let's just move the combat, see what happens. Probably just casting Sound of Age and Swarm here and just putting a million big things in play. David. Oh my goodness, David. What about my mother? I gotta call my lawyer. I can't let the what, David? That was like my favorite movie when I was like a teenager. I watched that movie a lot. Independence Day. It's a classic. All right, we're coming in. I would trade Vermin for Drowner, I think. That's fun. Oh no, you did not shoot that green shit at me. I gotta get some Independence Day on the soundboard, I think. They're gonna cut down before blocks. Oh, they want to bounce? Sure. Yeah, this is actually like just a joke. They should have nothing going on. Like, this is embarrassing. All right, well, I'll just play this 11/11 and this 6/6 and this 6/6 and Surveil. Your turn. That's what I'll call a close encounter. Oh, it holds up. Yeah, it holds up big time. It's still a great movie.
Game.
Took a while, but
Blouse.
a very impressive win, honestly. For sure. Alrighty then, on the play. Hand is great. Keep. Oh, I get it, Alkaline, cool. Oh. Well, we get a test here. Leyline, of course, won the tournament. I'm still not convinced this card's actually good, but it is certainly very powerful when you have it for free on turn 0. So let's tack. This is probably like a cast whale setup turn. Mill 2, which is cool. We get like Souls of a Lost, just like discard. So I want to save us to bounce something, you know? I guess we get Cruel Somniphage too. Yeah, let's Somniphage. Alright. Talk about Mills 4. 4 creatures, please. How about 2 creatures? Okay. We're almost to Descending too. Alright. I mean, Souls of a Lost can just like ditch the Swarm, I guess. It's pretty big now, which is pretty important. We can bounce Leyline. We don't need to do that yet, though, so we can wait on that. We can try and get Descended first, maybe. Obviously, I have nothing in play, so... Here's Manifold Mouse. It's a scary card. Draw a Gnawing Vermin. You don't draw a land, unfortunately. It's kind of a tilt. Alright. I think we attack. We get to mill some cards here off the Fester Leech. I like this card. I'm a big fan of Fester Leech. It's like a modest magic card. Alright. Mill 2. Mill over a creature. So 4/4, 7/8 is pretty big. Of course, if they have like a double strike plus monstrous rage double up, it's pretty insane. So like maybe we just chill for a second. Not having a land here sucks. We could Souls of a Lost discarding Vermin. We could. I waste the mana though. That puts these at 2 each. Our Descend is currently... It would also Descend us, too. Alright, let's Souls of a Lost. Yeah, just discard Vermin. So, discard a card, discard the Vermin. We have an 8/9 creature. This seems like the matchup where this card's absolutely at its best. The problem is, 1 Monstrous Rage would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power of Double Strike. That's still not enough, right? If they go like land, Monstrous Rage, +3, +0, +3, +0, we're just dead, but whatever. We're just gonna block, hopefully not die, hopefully draw land. The next turn we have Whale to bounce the Leyline, and to search, and discard, so... Scamping. Okay. That's where they're starting. That seems pretty good for us. Wow. Awesome. And we draw the land. Fantastic. So now we can Whale of the Forgotten, bounce Leyline, look at some cards, make them discard, and then cast Marauder. And then possibly even attack. Cool. Let's just do the things that I said. Yeah, alright, so it's Whale. Do all 3. We're going to bounce Leyline, discard a card, look at the top 3, put a card in the graveyard, almost surely find a creature, and I can cast one of these. I might even attack with Souls of a Lost, actually. I guess I could Scamp and kill the Fester Leech. It's kind of annoying, but... In response, they're going to Questing Druid, revealing a land and a turn inside out. They'll probably discard the Leyline. Nothing like a blue-black disenchant, am I right? Good stuff. Yeah, there we go.
I bet you weren't expecting that one, God.
Thanks, Necroni. Appreciate that. Yeah, BTM's still going. Sure. Do you want an untap land? I don't think we need one, actually. Because next turn's going to be Somniphage and the other big thing we don't play. I should really need this though. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't bin a creature here. We missed. We whiffed on a creature. Maybe I do attack now, so they kill Fester Leech. Sure. Let's take sewers anyway. But all right, let's attack. Attack for 10. They'll block with this and kill this. That's my creature. I'll play Hulk Burster. Scamping. And then land. I'll have the blocker here, so. They also can discard the ley line, and then we won't draw a card, so. We got some honky chonky boys here, right?
Good lord. Gigantic.
This is definitely the matchup for Souls of a Lost. While it does seem bad against the removal spells and the bounce spells of the some of those decks, it is pretty insane here. How's Karn? He's doing all right. He's still recovering from his Dew Claw issues. All right, so they're going to just sorcery speed cast Inside Out. Here we're going to block. Just happy trading, put more cards in the graveyard. Things only getting bigger. Things getting bigger too. So, Monstrous Rage, sure. So better than dying, you know. They had another pump spell. We got a 12. Didn't play Questing Druid first. Interesting.
I suppose you think that was terribly clever.
Well, I respect the fact that they weren't too embarrassed to not cast it. It was obviously wrong to play it first. But, alright. I mean, I'm probably just blocking here. Let's Marauder and there's a discard the ley line, so let's just attack. Would Tarmogoyf see play in Standard? Yeah, absolutely. For sure. There's a lot of good graveyard delirium stuff. Sewers, Somnophage, keep that. Alright, well, here's a Somnophage. And a Marauder. And we will once again attempt to block. 10-10's pretty good. Yeah.
Bingo.
Alright, what do we want now? I feel like our main deck is like pretty well situated. I think I want to cut a couple Necromasses for like a couple Archaeologists, just to have a little more early blocking and enabling. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy though. Like, I don't think I want to change much. Kiora seems a little rough against them, honestly. Maybe cut the Kioras too. Doesn't block particularly well. Dies to all the shocks. Yeah, sure, I'll bring these in. Alright. Back on. Hand is... It's not great, but it's fine. Like, early blocker, cast strategic planning, have a removal spell. Unfortunately, they have Heartfire Hero. We draw a second Vermin. Alright. We mill. We mill a creature, sure. Do they have the stones? I feel like Heartfire Hero and Manifold Mouse is like one of the things I don't like about Standard. But choose Double Strike. Let me just take this. I say block. Nah, let's just set up for double blocks next turn. Alright. We draw Marauder. So, mill some more. Mill over a creature. Mill over a land. Not ideal. Alright, so when these both block, we'll be down to we'll have two creatures on the board. No, I think Monstrous Rage is like it's a cool card in Standard. I think that's a card that like is very fun to be a good card in Standard. It's the double strike that like puts it a little over the top, in my opinion. Even though Monstrous Rage is a better card than Manifold Mouse, I think the play patterns of Manifold Mouse are worse. Neither are like too good though. Just like I think Standard would be a little more fun without this card. Here's Challenger. Sure. So pretty interesting attack here because now I get to block with both of these on different things. and kill Manifold Mouse, which is great. They can definitely have a rage here for a bunch of damage. It doesn't kill us though. So 6.5 says I talked to Gavin Verhey about Manifold Mouse for like 10 minutes in Atlanta. What did Gavin say about it? All right, so they turn inside outed their Manifold Mouse. That is the card I'm going to kill, so that's fine. All right, so kill this. They get to manifest. We get to Whale and Remorse. We're one short of the Whale, though. Ugh, gross. Archaeologist is pretty good. We get to exile the hero, which is nice, too. So, play Archaeologist. We mill over. Wow, I actually hit a spell, too. God, that's like sick lucky. Honestly. That's ridiculously lucky. All right, we're going to hit this now. We're tapped out. And say go. And Suspir's fine. Next turn, we get to, like, really do our stuff. They're playing a lot of things and stuff, but... be okay here. Double Whale? We want to set up Marauder, too, so... They're actually not going to have any cards in their hand anyway, so what's Whale? Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, they will. So let's bounce the Morph, because it might not be a creature. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I think it exiled anyway, right? Hold on. So if we go Whale, Marauder, Remorse, we're going to kill both challengers, which is huge. Let's do that. So let's go all three. Bounce this. You discard. And then we're going to put... This is a 7/7. All of these are quite good. It's going to be even bigger. Sure, I'll take this guy. Take this guy. We're going to go land. Hit your last card. I disagree, 6.5. I think Monster Rage is fine. The last card was a banger, too. And then we're going to remorse this. We're, like, doing it, folks. We are. They obviously could, like, draw on us here, but they're not even going to try. Wow.
Game.
Awesome.
Blouses.
All right, game 3 on the play. Leechin, Vermin, Overlord. This deck's gas. I love decks like this. Am I going to SGCon Portland? No, I'm not. I'm not going to either of the Modern RCs because I don't like Modern very much, and then Portland's like a week before the Pro Tour, so I might go to the Limited GP in Denver. I haven't decided yet though. All right, so Fester Leech on the play. Try and get that trigger, 1 or 2 triggers in. All right, we got Gruul again. Cool. So I like actively like want to trade here. I almost like want to not play a land, just attack. So all right, so didn't quite get him, but we mill over 2 non-creatures. It stinks, and now we're just going to play a Leech and a Vermin. Hope they don't have a deal Manifold Mouse draw. Mill over a creature. So our first creature's in the bin. Do I go to any of the RCs? It depends. You know, this is a really easy block, right? We're like stoked. This is insane for what are you doing? Opponent, come on.
No, don't do this. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Don't even take a damage. Wow. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna attack. That was just devastating for our opponent. Mill 2. Souls of the Lost. Maybe just Overlord? Yeah, that was not a good attack. There's no way to paint that in a kind light. There just wasn't a very good attack. We can get back the Necromass and cast it this turn, or we can get back like a Somnophage, which is already a 9/9. I kind of want to cast this guy. Let's play since I go. Yeah. One of the advantages to playing a deck with a lot of weird cards in it is your opponents don't know what they do a lot of the time. So here's a Slick Shot Show Off. Got the answer for that one right here. Monsters Rage, sure. We're 2-0. We're crushing with this deck. Honestly, we beat Gruul and Dimir stuff. Here's Whale of the Forgotten. I think we sack our Fester Leech for our Souls of the Lost. I want to keep our lands. I want to keep the Overlord. We could sack the Overlord, but let's stack first. And mill some cards. Souls is already 12 power. I guess Overlord's not going to matter, right? Yeah, sure. Let's sack the Overlord. So it's sack a permanent. Decklist on the overlay. As always, courtesy untapped.gg. We're going to cast this right now, so no snakes and veils. And this game is like basically already over, I think.
Who do you think you are? I am.
All right. I mean, obviously their attack definitely blew them out a little bit, but all right, cut the Cures and cut the Necromances. Bring in 4 Archaeologists. Let's call it a day. Black Overlord is like moving up my Overlord power rankings quickly. Honestly, it is perhaps one of the best Overlords. I think green is still better. I think black's number 2. Honestly, Likeness Looter. That's not a very good card, right? It's like no immediate ability, small. It's not great. Yeah, the Black Overlord is not flashy, but it's a real working card for me. You know, it just like does the hard work, good synergy piece, and then also can be a big thing as well. All right, so we're gonna mulligan here on this one lander. It's fine. We're gonna mulligan into a decent hand. Keep this ship a land. It's not great. They have like the nut draw here. It's thing, but all right. So sewers. It's a creature. Even though the vermin's like not bad here, I think we just bin any creature just to like get our stuff going faster. So they have a pretty decent draw. What's up, Yellow Jacket? Aren't big Magic tournaments awesome? Yellow Jacket says, this is my roommate's deck. So glad you're running it. Aren't big Magic open Magic events great? You know, like the world's healing, folks. We're getting our big Magic events back. It's freaking awesome. Cool decks make day 2. You know, like it's great. Large open Magic tournaments are the freaking bomb. Lifeblood of the game, if you ask me. Down to 14, but honestly looking fine here. I think we can Souls of a Lost and Marauder. So we'll Souls discarding the Archaeologist and just play Marauder for 1. Or, yeah, I should do that. So, discard a card. Souls of Lost is really good, these red matchups. Discard this idiot. Yeah, big open Magic tournaments are the spot to live the dream. You can just bring your brew, you can play in an FNM or whatever, and just show up and do well, and all of a sudden, some idiot on the internet's just playing your deck on the internet, right? It's great. 14 life, 2 bangers in hand. Making some blocks here for sure. There's a block like this. Monstrous Rage here wouldn't kill this. Monstrous Rage here would still not kill. Yeah, this is fine. Just want to trade with an Overlord in my hand. We should Overlord back to Hollow Marauder. We've got this guy going. I think land or spell is a good draw, so. So, 2 Rages. They discarded a ley line. That's annoying. And they have also a turn inside out. All right, so they're going to win this fight and just deal a pretty significant shot of damage, but that's fine. 7FPV says, new to the game, just started 2 days ago. What packs you spend your gold and your gems on? The first thing you should do is go online and look for all the codes. There's a lot of codes you can give you free packs. Definitely do that. And then I would say that you need to decide what you want to do. You want to draft? You want to play constructed? Probably the newer packs. Dustborn's a very powerful set. But, all right, so we draw the Undercity Sewers. 7-8. We are, like, pretty close to dead, but we're got some big boom booms, too. Let's think about here. Sewers reveals an Overlord. Put that in the bin. We're going to Overlord. Impending. Alright, we're going to return. Probably just Souls of a Lost. And now, like, we play Hulkburster. 6/6 might not be big enough to survive like another Monstrous Rage turn inside out turn. So we could play it super safely back Souls of a Lost. And then try and kill them in 2 turns. This is our big blocker for next turn. Are we a coward or a warrior? Six, 3, like 1 Monstrous Rage. I think I want to be a coward. Coward, yeah. We should get him next turn. So we also have this is going to be a huge blocker. I guess if they have like Slick Shot Show or something like that, yeah, we should just attack. They already cast 2 Monstrous Rage and a turn inside out, so they do have all spells in their hand, but also if you're a newer player, I have a series called Bronze to Mythic, which I think is a really helpful resource for newer players for limited. Oh man, we're dead to a pump spell here. No, I should have been a coward. Why did I have to be so brave? Boo! Alright. I mean, I guess land, haste card, and pump spell was in the equation. They hit a Slick Shot show off their challenger. That might have just killed us the following turn anyway, so I think it's fine. Let's go to game 3. Alright, so they got us there. I think it's fine. Not a great hand. We're on the play. We have no 1-drop. Obviously, we can just, like, Somniphage ourselves, but, like, doesn't affect the board. We're going to mulligan this. I think I'll keep this on 6. But I think that this is, like, none of our enablers that actually block or do anything to the board. So, we're gonna mulligan. Would Kaido be okay here? No. You with a deck like this, you really need to have every card be a creature for the most part. I think Standard's a lot better than Alchemy. Alchemy is kind of like a weirdo oddball format that nobody really plays. They just like filter new players into it because they're trying to push it. But all right, Sand is not particularly better, but we're going to keep it. So a lot of weight on this Festerlich's slimy shoulders here. Here's a Hardfire hero, sure. Souls of the Lost. All right. I mean, we want to here, so let's play this. If we just hit like 2 permanents, we should probably just jam a Souls of the Lost. All right, we hit Overlord lands. This would be, if I discard Hulkburster, this would be a 3/4. Otherwise, we're just doing nothing. Yeah, I think we're just in. All right, discard a card. Alright, so not gonna block. The Monstrous Rage. 2 pump spells would have like not been a trade for us. It's a tough hand. Our hand's not great here. We draw a Leech. Get to mill some more cards. Now this Heartfire hero is pretty terrifying. Maybe I should just blocked. Maybe we just like couldn't win the game. We don't block. But I don't know. Let's attack. It's already a 3/3. If we hit 2 creatures off the mill exactly, we can Marauder. That's kind of a tough sell. It already has Trample too. Right. I'm just gonna be a coward. Leave us back. If the plan was to block next turn, we probably should have just blocked this turn. All right, that sucks. We hit a creature and then we hit the spell we wanted. Not ideal. All right, play this as I go. We get double block too. Let's see what happens. I think our luck might be running out here. Yeah, this is terrible for us, but all right, whatever. We'll block. It's a pretty big block with the pump, I agree. They have another Monstrous Rage, which does not give them the full pump because they already have a roll. So this is a 6/4. Does not kill both creatures without another pump spell. I take 6. Go to 9. They have a challenger to follow up. We draw Archaeologist. Alright, well, let's attack. We can Archaeologist and Marauder here. I mean, if their hand's really good, we're dead, but like we're certainly in this game. Middle of a creature and a creature. Cool. So I guess we'll Archaeologist looking for a removal spell. So I would definitely cast the Remorse here on this, given the option. That is a spell. We've been fairly lucky with our Archaeologist hits. This card should not hit very often. We've hit every time, so... they discard a card. We draw a card. Okay. I mean... we're blocking. Whale's pretty good. Rough start, but still battling. Challenger number 2. Jeez. So this sucks because, like, obviously they have a spell. Whatever. Wolf. So they have a spell. They've already cast 2 Rages, right? So here's Snakeskin Veil to kill the Archaeologist, but trade here. That's pretty good, honestly. So those 2 die. All our stuff's big. Now we have a Whale going, too. We draw Overlord. So we have Swarm to block with. Whale can bounce this, make them discard a card, do all of our stuff. Okay. They have no creature lands either, so... Hulk Brusher's big. And you have Overlord next turn, too, to rebuy another big thing. Might actually win this game. And we had a spell, too. God, banger. Alright, so... we attack. Mill a bunch of cards. And we play the Swarm and say go. Playing Swarm... I guess, like... yeah, it's better than, safer than playing this, I think, for sure. The block's really good at 9 life, so... already cast this. They have the Sellsword, too, wow. Alright, well, I love a good Whale here, honestly. We can Whale and then leave up Remorse, too. Bounce this, discard a card. They have Snakeskin Veil, we just kill it. Cool. They discard Overprotect. Even better than Snakeskin Veil. Top cards are Archaeologist, Overlord, or Swamp. We could be super cowardly here and just play a Swamp. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's take Swamp and Overlord, and then we'll just lead back our Swarm like the coward that we are. We didn't play cowardly enough in the first game, so mill more cards. And then we're gonna go land, Overlord. Get back our Souls of a Lost, which should be lethal. Right? This is a 29-30 Souls of a Lost.
Good lord. Gigantism.
Pretty lethal. What are they at? They're at 12? Yeah, that's the card we want, I think. Alright, let's take this. And just say go. It's only at 28 now, but it's out of the graveyard itself. But I think we're done here.
No, don't do this.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Here's a Marauder. And we draw a card. And then we're just gonna do everything here. You're dead, opponent. You're really dead. I think decking myself is only gonna lose this game at this point, so. Alright, so.
After it was all over, he took us in the house and served us pancake.
This deck is kind of gas, honestly. When I saw this list, I was skeptical that the blue cards would be better than Up the Beanstalk, but and I also like when I built the deck, I didn't have many things that like got really big. It was all just like the 5/5s, but they all played really well. That was really cool. All right, so a pretty clean 3-0 against 2 of the best decks in the format. Not gonna lie, I'm just impressed with this list. Like, Whale of Forgotten is really, really good. Obviously, this is a caveat of like, if everyone's playing for Rest in Peace, don't play this deck. But I mean, obviously that's the Feed Storms too. So you gotta actually have a plan there. But pretty awesome deck. The really big, dumb creatures are really good against the red decks and the aggro decks. And then the grind of like Overlord and Hollow Marauder was quite good against the grindy decks. And that's just a really cool play to be. Cool deck. Probably cheap too, right? But yeah, I was having the Overlord. It's probably pretty cheap. But yeah, really, really cool deck. Again, Fet Nuji played this to 108th place in the Spotlight Series. And yeah, just good stuff. So more to play on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.